money, no stress. Thank the Lord I'm here, I'm still blessed. Another day of struggling, striving, surviving. Where I am and I've been misunderstood, misguided, overlooked like who's the pilot? Shit, I fly too. Look, I'm dead in the eyelids. Music got me stuck in the days. As my girl, I be stuck for days. Trapped in my mind like a maze. Sometimes I treat it like a getaway. But my girl for neglected, so she on no way out. Said I've been doing this for too long, and it ain't our way out.
I saw on TV, the end is coming soon, and my baby is gonna leave me. That's okay. That's okay. At least I found out today. Ooh, this morning I saw on TV, the end is coming soon, and my baby is gonna leave me. That's okay.
It's okay though. Niggas to listen in, I'm on to bring a legendary. Answer to no nigga, move was necessary. They say, K, what you waiting for? All this time you been patient towards being great is what they made you for. Nigga, you here? Just cause you nice don't mean you gon' make it off that showroom floor. Typical where I'm from, but success is the outcome. Shit, I just want a meal ticket, so my family don't have to deal with it. Fame and all, whatever else go with the game, change and all. Not even at award shows, she just salute me with my name called. She said, you been waiting years for your name to be drawn, and I ain't heard a phone call. I ain't waiting on the game waiting on me. You want people who disbelieve, you find yourself in disbelief. But my girl was neglected, so she on her way out. Said I've been doing it for too long, and it ain't our way out.
Soon and my baby is gonna leave me. That's okay. That's okay. At least I found out today. Ooh, this morning I saw on the TV, the end is coming soon and my baby is gonna leave me. That's okay. That's okay.
I'm going nuts and it's all us and it's two of us. Pop a bottle, we pour it up. Damage glowing, mean the mood growing. Fake niggas like unicorn, deep bitch fucking like doing porn. And they fresh fucking that new couture. Money talking on another level. 2 chains and another bezel. We don't drop tapes. We don't drop tapes, bitches straight to us. Broke ice to Jesus, peace, we pray to it. Took the fall and I learned from. Fuck you mean I ain't turned up, I'm turned on like flashlights. Perp in and them pills in, keep dead like afterlife. We don't talk, you pass tight. All my ice on, that's a flashy life. SDMG, bet I earn stripes.
All my niggas run me looking like they superstars. All the satellites on the rim,
we finna stay the shit you got. Money talking new way. We shit the new way.
all my niggas run me looking like they superstars. All the satellites on the rim,
we finna stay the shit you got. Money talking new way. We shit the new way.
woke up, mango, cause dreams loud tones. FaceTimes on iPhones with bitches in different time zones. Across the world, no lands drone. Hit your girl, mind blown. When she came, her name was Diamond. When she left, rhinestones. Cruising over in that Costa Nova. All black Tesla Rover. Sat in that 2-seater, just so I can test the motor. Niggas hating, I ain't checking motor. Checking bags, so I'm checking quotas. Biggie said, more money, more problems. Ain't shit changed since you passed over. All the niggas get money, feeling like $1 million. Started shit from the bottom, now we chillin' on that top. Haters all in my window, trying to get some info. Bank account, double bill account, still around in that Pinto. All my niggas run me looking like they superstars. All the satellites
do this here. Ruby, go somewhere with that.
You say your stuff charging.
Huh?
You say your stuff charging.
Well, but I'm doing the show. You're going to have to find some
Okay.
AirPods.
When you're done with the show, I'm gonna come back here and charge it.
Okay, when I'm done with the show, you're going to come back and
Charge your phone.
you're going to come back and charge the phone. Okay. Oh man. Y'all knew this was coming. Y'all knew this was coming. I had a chance to sit back on Twitter. Make sure as y'all come in, hit the like button, share the stream out. I very much appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I just want to give my perspective on this whole Xbox Live Gold and Gamepass debacle. Microsoft first stance on it in terms of changing the price. I guess all the new people that was coming in, changing the price on them, and I think it was affecting the people that's already there. I'm not sure. I haven't read it all, but a few of the guys broke it down to me. But then I want to speak on their reversal. The game community spoke out. The Xbox players spoke out. Even though we get a knack for saying that we just take anything that Microsoft gives us, I seen all the prominent Xbox YouTubers and things like that speak out and say this is wrong. You had a few people there who was damage controlling, and that's understandable. When you have a working relationship with a company, and you know they sending you systems and stuff like that, you don't want to tarnish that working relationship by giving your personal opinion on the matter or by dragging that company in the mud. I guess it can affect the relationship. So you had some podcasts who kind of stirred around the subject and really didn't give their personal. But I don't have a personal relationship with Microsoft, with their execs or anything like that. I don't get free Xboxes and I don't get free games. So I'm going to give you my raw opinion on this situation and on this matter. Okay? What up to everybody's just joining? My cam got lag. Oh, hold on. Let me close this out too. Let me see. What did let me? Yeah. Kevin, turn that down. Okay, so let me close this out too. I'm not gonna need that open. I'm not gonna need to look at myself. Make sure I got everything. I still gotta set this up properly. And that's not responding. Hold on. Let me. Force quit that soon. Close out. Who is that? What's that? Let me close this out too. Why doesn't it want to close? Not responding. If you see a little lag, I do apologize. What's good? Shout out to SS9 Vegeta, Bob Pound Max, Tired of Man, 87 Shot Town Zone, 9 Star Games, Juan Castillo, who else 22, Styles 2 Golly, and then King Reaper 7 4G. If you see some lag in the screen, I do apologize. I still got to make some changes to my setup. I'm closing some things out. Okay, so it finally quit. Hopefully that will kind of replicate. Okay, that's a few seconds ago. Lower your encoder settings. Shit that you don't have. Yeah, and it's not gonna let me open the settings. So hopefully everything will smooth out. But man, whew, it's been a crazy 24 hours, haven't it? It's been a crazy 24 hours. Y'all can't hear my mic? Let me see here. Thank you, thank you. Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know. Is that level nice? Is that level nice right there? It's good now on the cam. Okay. Okay. And the mic audio, let me know if my mic audio is good. Let me do this right here. A little bit. All right. Man, it's been a crazy 24 hours. I must say. Okay. All right. It's been a crazy 24 hours. I sat back on Twitter and I seen that Xbox Live Gold was trending. I didn't know why it was trending. I thought Xbox Live Gold was trending because, Microsoft had finally canceled it out. And then I seen Kratos tweet a picture out. Kratos tweet a picture out showing Xbox Live Gold for 6 months for $59.99. I'm like, that's photoshopped. That was my instant reaction. $59.99 Photoshop for 6 months. You crazy? For 6 months, you crazy? I thought it was Photoshop. Coming from the OG era and being a beta tester of Xbox Live, paying $60 a year since then. Crazy. Who would do that? $60 for 6 months? $120 a year. $120 a year, bro. So I looked into it and I went on this, and it was actually true. They were taking a 1 month up to what? $10.99. The 3 months up to what? They took the 3 months up another $5, so it was gonna be like $30 or something like that. I don't know. And then the 6 months for $29. Literally trying to force their gold subscribers over into Game Pass. Because more than likely, there's more people on Xbox Live Gold than there are on Game Pass at the moment. And that's understandable. For a long time, Xbox Live Gold has been the flagship online service for Xbox. And if you even go back to days of the silver members versus gold members, they don't even say silver members no more. But you had the silver members and the gold members. People who had pay for multiplayer, people who were still in the ecosystem but didn't necessarily pay for multiplayer, but still was allowed to make purchases in the ecosystem. That was a silver member. A silver member was a person who didn't pay for multiplayer but was still online in the ecosystem and still able to make purchases. Right? They knocked that out. Now they just only focus on gold players, even though there's probably still quite a bit of people in the ecosystem that don't pay for multiplayer, but still purchase games within the ecosystem. Okay? So you come out and say $60 for 6 months, trying to force your fan base into Game Pass. And I understand that you want Game Pass to become the flagship. And for the price of it, paying $15 a month, it's debatable paying $15 or $10 a month versus paying $60 a year. It's debatable because you pay a $60 one-time fee and you don't have to worry about that fee until next year. Now, you still get the games with gold, which they start lowering the quality with games with gold since Game Pass came in. I think that was intentionally done. They lowered the quality of games with gold when Game Pass arrived. So you're getting these you're paying $60 a year for multiplayer. Your free-to-play games are locked behind a paywall as well. And then you intentionally lower the quality standards of a game with gold, I guess, to push people over into Game Pass. It's not the way to do it, Microsoft. Now, look, I'm an avid Xbox player. I love the ecosystem. But when something is wrong, it's wrong. You got to call it out. Okay? When something is wrong, it's wrong. What's up, everybody? When something is wrong, you got to call it out. Regardless of if that's your favorite ecosystem or not, you got to call this out. That was some bullshit. And the fact that they had the audacity to even pour something like that, it's crazy. You don't force people over into Game Pass by changing the price on Xbox Live Gold. You force people into Game Pass by putting quality content in there. That's how you get people over into Game Pass. It's not about changing prices. Even though we're in a pandemic, and in terms of things that are a necessity, in terms of food, clothing, heating, and housing, those are necessities. Gaming is not a necessity. So people make that, you got to allow people to make that choice. And during this pandemic, gaming has been booming. It's been the only industry out of all the other industries that's been booming. Because while people are in the house and off work and stuff like that, they now have quality time or time to game. And if that's the case, you don't take something that's affordable to someone, right? You don't take that away and then put them in a position to have to choose whether they even want to retain that service or not. Because just because you make it $60 for 6 months doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to migrate over to Game Pass. If people not in Game Pass, if all of your customers is not in Game Pass, it's a reason behind that. People gravitate to things where they have something there, where there's something there for them. Because what might be in Game Pass for me that I like, the next person might not like. People gravitate towards different things. You don't change the price to force people over. You bring in better fucking content. You bring in better first party content. You made the step with EA Play. That was cool. That was cool. That was good. All right? That was good. And you didn't change the price of Game Pass. Salute that. Salute that. You didn't change the price of it. You didn't change the price. So we salute that. You kept it at $10. You kept Game Pass Ultimate at $50, right? You included Live. You included Xbox Live Gold. You included EA Play. You included cloud gaming. That's marvelous. And that's why people said that this year and in parts of last year that you was on the roll. You dropped Xbox xCloud in there. Now you can take every Game Pass, pretty much every Game Pass game on the go with you, right? You start fixing your first party content such as Master Chief. You brought 4K, 120 frames per second. EA Play come out of nowhere. You're doing all these things and you like, okay, you're on a good roll, you're on a good standing. You bad Bethesda. You set precedents in terms of the groundwork of future things to come. Your community of gamers are pretty much excited, even though they still anticipating more games to come, and then you turn around and do some shit like this. What are we doing, Microsoft? Phil, is it you? Is it the board? Who is making these decisions? Because whoever are making those decisions are out of touch with gaming. Right? And so I'm glad. One thing I'm glad is that the community spoke up. And I'm not even talking about PlayStation fans or Nintendo fans. I'm talking strictly Xbox fans. I'm glad they did not sit back and make excuses. I'm glad they did not sit back and damage control that shit. I'm glad they spoke up to all of the execs. They tagged them in tweets. They got on timelines and everything and said how they felt about it. Even though Microsoft did what was right in less than 24 hours, later on that night, you should have did what you shouldn't have put yourself in a position in the first place. You know, people are in the pandemic. You know, the issue is not with price. The issue has always been with content. Content is king. People are going to go where the content is. The better content you give customers access to, the more people will come over and access that content. Even ponies. Ponies talk shit about Game Pass all day. But I guarantee you, if it was content in Game Pass that they liked, that they loved, that was a must-have, they'll get it. 360 had content that was a must-have, right? The pony shitted on the 360. And by the middle of that generation, all the ponies had the PS3 and the 360. They had the PS360 moving going. You know why? Because it was RPGs and content on that box that Sony wasn't getting at the time. And if they was getting it, it was running better on the 360. So don't tell me PlayStation players wouldn't invest in the Xbox or somehow invest in that ecosystem if it was content there that benefited them. Now, some of them you just can't. Some of them you just can't. No matter what Microsoft do, no matter what games they put out, no matter how good the game is, they're going to find something wrong with it. They're going to find some way to shit with it. But those are small, those are minuscule. Those people are minuscule to the overall community that might invest in that system, on that ecosystem, just to play what they want to play. Right? Now, free to play. This has been an issue for years. This has been an issue for years. And it shouldn't have took something like this for you all to finally make that change when Xbox gamers and gamers even outside of ecosystem have been asking for that for years. They've been asking for Microsoft to remove the paywall from Xbox Live for years. And it take this backlash for you to finally do it. Should have been done. That's the reason why Fortnite is, people go bid a PlayStation before Xbox. Because they know on PlayStation that the free-to-play games, whether they want to sign up to PSN or not, they can play Fortnite. They can play Warzone. And that's what's been cramping your ecosystem. Look, this is what I know. If I'm in the ecosystem and it's constantly in front of my face, right? Whether I'm signed up to PSN or Xbox Live or not, if it's constantly in my face, at some point I'm going to be attempted to invest in that eco some kind of way. Whether it's buying DLC, whether it's buying a game, downloading an app, purchasing a movie, or even testing out the online features for a couple of months just to see if that's something I want to continue to invest in. If it's constantly in my face and constantly games being in my face and I'm around other friends that's in that same ecosystem and they're playing things, having fun that I don't have access to, at some point I'm going to want to have fun with them, enjoying that fun, and find myself purchasing something within that ecosystem. Microsoft need to understand this. Sony understand this. That's why that game's went behind a paywall. I want every reason for you to be in my ecosystem, right? And I don't want to force you in. I don't want to force you in, because if I allow you to play these free-to-play games for free, at some point or at one point, you're gonna gradually find your way in anyway. You're going to start spending. You're going to start purchasing. You're going to start doing this and doing that. And you're going to get that, man, I just said fucking and I just brought PSN. Look, I purchased PSN for 2 years. On the PlayStation 4 Pro, I didn't even have PSN. But I'm playing more games on the PS5. I'm playing with friends that have the system. So I gradually made my way into their ecosystem. I gradually made my way into their ecosystem. Free to play years, bro, years. They was asking to move free to play games back in the 360 era. The 360 era. They was asking them to move that free to that paywall. But Microsoft was concerned that they might lose revenue or lose. No. Removing that paywall wasn't gonna allow. You weren't gonna lose. Actually, you was gonna gain. Because you're allowing more people into your ecosystem. You're putting your system and your UI in front of more people. Now you have an issue that might be cumbersome. But it depends on how you play it, Microsoft. Because now there's not enough people or casual people in the know right now that you're moving the paywall, the free-to-play paywall. Only the hardcore know. Only the people that be on Twitter, Facebook, on social media, only we know about the free-to-play paywall being removed. Okay. Are you going to put out a commercial or anything like that, letting the millions of people know that's not online, that's not in these conversations or in these debates with us, that you remove the paywall? Similar to how the used game debacle with the Xbox One. For years, even up to the end of the Xbox One generation, it was still gamers out there that still believed that you couldn't play used games on the Xbox. The used game issue on the Xbox. That went for the whole generation. And look, there was no marketing, there was no advertising from Microsoft saying, look, we've changed things. Outside of the hardcore circle. The hardcore can only do so much. And most people that's hardcore gaming relate information to the people that's close to them. They do not go out marketing and stampeding to other people that they don't know. And so word of mouth can only go so far. So how are you going to fix this? You remove the free to play wall. Now you need to let this be known. You, not only to your community, they're going to find out anyway. But the casual people that's outside of your community. The moms and pops that don't keep up with none of this shit. And you can't rely on the people at the stores. I mean, well, probably GameStop now that you investing in them. You investing in them. They might can do it, but prior to your investment, they was telling customers not to get an Xbox. They was telling them to buy a PlayStation. Go on Best Buy, they telling you not to buy an Xbox, get a PlayStation. So you need to go beyond just saying you're going to remove the paywall. You need to let it be known. If your job is to is to bring people into your ecosystem and do what's right, you should have been done what's right. Done what's right should have been done years ago. 2 generations ago. When we've been asked for this. Okay? Now, in terms of Game Pass and Xbox, just get rid of Xbox Live Gold. You want to get everybody over into your ecosystem, get rid of Xbox Live Gold. Xbox Live Gold is already built into Game Pass. Get rid of the service. Bring the 50 or 60 million people over into Game Pass. Just convert their accounts. Give them a free month or 2 months. Give them a free 3-month trial. I would say even for the silver members, hey, turn that down. I would say even for the silver members who's in your ecosystem and not playing for multiplayer, bring them over into Game Pass. Give them 3 months. People who are already in gold, convert they gold over into Game Pass. And if they choose to stay in the ecosystem, after their subscription is up, then they stay. If they don't, they don't. Then you figure out, okay, why didn't you stay? And then you fix that. Shout out to Tank 4632 with the $5 supporting the show. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. But get rid of gold. It's no need. It's no reason that you have Game Pass, Game Pass Ultimate, and get rid of it. Bring people over to Game Pass and let them choose if they want to stay or not. Because what you tried to do with the $60, that was highway robbery. You tried to charge people $120 a year to play free-to-play games. Free-to-play games. Crazy. It's crazy. And people was on Twitter saying, wow, I was quiet and stuff like that. I just sat back and looked. Yeah, I think it'd be huge too. If you want to bring people over, just convert them. Just convert their accounts. Let them know you're converting their account. And then allow them to make the choice. Don't try to make the choice for them, and don't try to force them into something that they don't want to do. I bet some people might be content with paying one price a year instead of paying $15 a month. Me, $15 a month is good for me. Game Pass is good for me because I have children, right? And my children, they play some of everything. Roblox. They now playing Among Us on cell phones and tablets and stuff like that. My son plays Fortnite and Call of Duty. And he don't care how he plays it. If he can't get on a console, he will play Fortnite or Call of Duty on a cell phone or a tablet. You know what I'm saying? He don't care how he consume his entertainment as long as he have access to it. My daughter the same way. You know? So give people the choice. You could have even put out a survey asking about this shit before you just tried to sneakily do this. And I think this was a controlled leak. Honestly, I haven't reached out to anyone in the know, but I think that $59.99 for 6 months was a controlled leak because I think internally at Microsoft, it was some people that didn't like it, that didn't like the decision. And so I think someone at Microsoft controlled leaked that to intentionally to get this backlash, to see the people response to it and force Microsoft to change it. And whoever did it got what they wanted. What's good, Greg? What's good, Suicide King? Yeah, but before you go, because I need to get some too. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. I think somebody control leaked this. I think somebody control leaked that 59 6 month. It was done intentionally. It was done intentionally. Master Sif with the $5. Thanks for the great shows with Z. Excited for the future of. I'm excited for the future of Xbox too. You know, I am really excited, and I think things are going to pick up when the Bethesda deal closes. I think things are really going to start to pick up when that closes, when Microsoft can start talking about some of the things that Bethesda got going on over there, because the Bethesda is going to be key to the success of the Xbox, and I do think that Bethesda will allow other first party studios some time to get their shit together. I think Bethesda is going to come in well in terms of, because right now everybody's focused on the initiative. Everybody is focused on Ninja Theory. Everybody's focused on what the next Gears and Compulsion and how State of Decay 3. It's a lot of pressure on these studios. So when Bethesda comes in, it's going to relieve it's going to take a lot of pressure off them studios, especially when they get to start announcing things. People are no longer going to start wondering around what this studio and that studio doing if they caught up with these other releases and things like that. And I think that's what Microsoft, because I know some of these studios might need a little bit more time than what Microsoft is stating. Yeah, but look, I do think the leak was controlled. I do think it was somebody in Xbox, or a lot of people, a couple people, or more than a few people, didn't like the decision that was being made with this Xbox Live shit, with the Xbox Live Gold, and they leaked that card intentionally, because they knew the gaming community wasn't gonna go for it. They knew the backlash that was going to come out of it, and it worked. And it worked. And it worked. I made a joke. I made a joke on Twitter saying that the board the board was trying to force Phil them to do this, and Phil them knew it was bad, and so they put this shit out, and and some people was believing. I was joking, but some people believed it. But aside from that joke, I do think this was leaked. I'm excited for the future of Xbox. We got a lot of things ahead of us. More studio acquisitions coming. We got a wealth of games coming from Bethesda. We got a wealth of games coming from first party and third party. And all that shit is going to be day and date in Game Pass. I'm excited for Game Pass. But in terms of getting people over there into the ecosystem, it's content. It's content. Content is king. Post switch to the PlayStation. That's where it's at, bro. Xbox ain't there, bro. They doing y'all there. Look, man. Look, man. In terms of Xbox, look, we've been waiting. We've been waiting for a long time in terms of big AAA games and things like that. I can't lie, bro. I can't lie. And I'm not going to cry right now and say it's taking long. I'm going to just be patient. Sony games weren't made in a day. Sony games weren't made in a day. Some of the games took 5-7 years to make. Before y'all even knew about them games was in the background being made. They didn't just come out the blue. It took 4, 5, 6, 7 years to make some of them games. So I know what's ahead. Am I patient? Yeah. Do I got things to hold me over to then? Yeah. Got the P5. The P5 can hold me over. The Series X can hold me over. Other games, other third-party games and things that I want to play, back catalog, things like that can hold me over. I'm not in a rush. You know why I'm not in a rush? Because I want developers to do what they have to do to get a hold of this hardware. We haven't seen anything that's been radical or mind-blowing in terms of either system. That's been neither of these systems has been taken full advantage of, because we're getting games that's cross-generation and stuff like that. So I'm patient for the next-gen only titles that's going to start to come out in the next year or two. I'm patient. Let them do their thing. Let them cook. Let them cook. Let them learn, rebuild their engines, and retool and get all the specifications they need in order to maximize their ability to get the most out of these systems. Because like Z say, I want my face to melt. That's how I want, you know what I'm saying? I want my face to melt. You know what I'm saying? I want to do the Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying? The Jurassic Park. I want to do the Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying? When I look at a game, I want to do the Jurassic Park. Like what the hell am I looking at? And that's gonna take time. Just gonna take time. And so we're gonna get these games we're dealing with. I think I'm playing God of War. What's up, the Dog Lord Fuji? I'm playing God of War. I started Uncharted 4. I still got the Drake collection I could go back to. The DLC with the ladies. Still got Gears 5 to beat. Been playing Madden like crazy. MLB baseball is coming out. Halo Infinite this year. The Ascent this year. It's a wealth of games that's gonna occupy my time into, let's say, the real games that we want to see comes out. So I'm patient enough. I can wait for Microsoft to get their things in order. We're gonna have to wait anyway, bruh. We're gonna have to wait on both sides. Sony came out with the PS5. They came out slinking with Miles Morales. Then they came out with Miles Morales and updated Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank ain't out yet. But yeah, I'm not really. The PS5 ain't really. I mean, Demon Souls came out. Other than that, everybody playing multiplats right now on both sides. Everybody is playing multiplats on both sides, bro. I ain't gonna need to lie to you. Everybody is playing multiplats on both sides, and guess what? Everybody is waiting. Everybody is waiting. What's up, the Ruham, man? Appreciate you for joining in. Everybody is waiting, but yeah, man, this whole debacle with Microsoft, man, get your shit together. You was on the roll, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't try to do your people like that. Do them dirty like that. And you had to walk it back, and you've been walking back, and you're still walking. You had to walk shit back in the last generation, man. And you're already in a new generation walking shit back. And, you know, and I can't blame Microsoft. Sony walked a lot of shit back too. Sony started off this generation with cross generation, saying PS5 games was gonna be PS5 only. They weren't gonna be cross gen because they want you to get the best quality of the PS5 and turn around. Everything is cross gen. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn gonna be cross gen. More than likely, the new God of War is gonna be cross gen. All these games that their customers and their customer base thought was gonna be PS5 only, it's cross gen. They walked that back. And there was no uproar from the PlayStation crowd.
I get this hairstyle again.
Yeah, it was no uproar from the PlayStation crowd. Shout out to Suicide King. I need you to continue to do exactly what you and Otis have been doing. Keep it up. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. The PlayStation crowd didn't barge Jim Ryan's door on $70 games, on cloud saves being behind the paywall, on next generation only PS5 games all of a sudden being cross-gen. They didn't create as much commotion as they did yesterday with Gamepass, and some of them don't even own the Xbox. Some of them don't even own Game Pass. Some of them just wanted to complain because they saw Microsoft in a bad situation and wanted to take advantage of it and shoot the normal shit that they usually shoot. That's all. And then when I made the tweet, and I was just being funny that waiting on PlayStation Nation to, you know, hold Sony accountable for putting cloud saves behind the paywall. They said party chat. I don't even think the party chat on Xbox Live is behind the paywall anymore. And we don't even use party chat on Xbox. We be in the Discord. Because the more people you get into a party chat on Xbox Live, it get the fucking up. People get to drop in. You have to constantly create new parties. Everybody got to constantly rejoin them parties. We got tired of doing that shit 10, 12 times a night during the game. So everybody moved to Discord. So when we play, even when we playing on the PlayStation or the Xbox, we're in Discord. We're in Discord. People in the chat don't know who've been in Xbox Live parties with us back in the day. You get 18, 12 people in there, and they get you can't hear people. People get to dropping out. You gotta exit party chat and come back in. Hey. You got to exit party chat and then come back in. Sometimes that don't work. Then Z will have to go create a whole nother party room. Everybody come in. It does the same thing. Hit exit that party. Have to create another party chat. You got tired of doing that shit. So now we just chilling Discord. We just chilling Discord on your PC or your Mac. And then we play our games from that. And that's how we communicate because we got tired of doing that shit. And I don't even think party chat on the Xbox is behind paywall no more, even though somebody tried to say that. And then somebody said, who used cloud saves with everybody? When I set up my Xbox, everything automatically came over. It was like It was like your iCloud backup. It was like your iCloud backup. You know when you get a new iPhone and you restore your backup, your previously or your recent iCloud backup, and it brings all your settings, it brings all your save date and all that shit over. That's how it was with me. Everything just automatically comes over. And then if you move from the Xbox to the PC, everything automatic. You don't even have to worry about it. It's already there. You move from the PC to a phone or a tablet, your saves and shit is already there. That matters. That matters. The ease of use, the fact of knowing that you don't have to use a cartridge anymore or USB drive or a thumb drive or whatever. That's behind the paywall. Storm the castle. Kick down the door. Let Jim Ryan know how you feel about that. A lot of people saw their 15 minutes of fame to clown Xbox and went for it. But it's cool though. What's good, Anthony? What's good, man? Yeah. I mean, you know, so if you're going to hold Microsoft accountable for that, then hold Sony accountable for some of the things that's fucked up over there. Everything ain't kosher on the PlayStation side, even though some people led you to believe that, or will lead you to believe that everything is kosher over there. It ain't. It ain't. Certain things function well on that side, but that might function better on the Xbox side and vice versa. Yeah. But I salute the game community. I salute the game community for standing up. And I salute the Xbox community for not just sweeping it under the rug. Even though we told all the time that we just let Xbox do what they want to do. And I got to salute Microsoft because the turnaround in terms of that decision came quick. It was after hours on a Friday. After work hours on a Friday that they say, hey, we hear you. We hear your cries. We're going to keep the price of the same. And we're going to move all the free-to-play games from the paywall. So I salute that. On the other hand, you should have been done it years ago. So I'm not going to applaud you for something that you should have already done years ago. Now, I salute that the turnaround times in terms of you making a commitment to change your action on what was done. But I'm not going to applaud you for something we've been asking for the 360 era. And PlayStation been having. Okay, it should have been, PS5 tomorrow. Okay, I was a little bit greedy. I sold the first. Okay, so Suicide King, you had a PS5. You sold your first one? I might say post. Everybody was making fun of smart delivery. Real talk. How many times you heard ponies asking why they PS5 acted up? It is because they downloaded the wrong version of the game. You know what? That's crazy, Iron Mike. Even I did that. And until Sony did the update. Sony did the update specifying which content is which. So now it tell you if this is the PS4 version or if this is the PS5 version. Yeah, but they made fun. But you know what? I had the issue with Xbox. I think it was with Call of Duty or Call of Duty Cold War. It downloaded both. It downloaded the older version and the next gen version. And so I had to remove one. So it was kinks in both systems. And that's understandable at being that you're dealing with a new console launch. What's up, Noah? Yes, sir. Shout out to SS9 Vegeta with the $3. Appreciate it, brother. Every little bit helps. It only takes a little to gain a lot, as I say. If Microsoft would have kept this 120 price hike, Sony would have followed. They all in cahoots. You know what? Hey. Since you say that, Vegeta, I've thought that for years, and I know it to be true. I know it's to be true, right? And the reason why I know they're all under one accord, especially when it comes to Microsoft and Sony, because of the architecture, right? Back in the day, you had different architecture. Sony was doing a engine, the what's the name, the EE engine chip, and Microsoft had Nvidia. They was just getting in the industry. They didn't know what the fuck they was doing. They didn't know what they was doing. The PS3 had the sale. Microsoft went with AMD, which was ATI, ATI at that particular time. Different architecture. Microsoft even was doing Power PC, had a Power PC architecture, but now both companies are under the same architecture. Both systems are pretty much similar. The only difference is in how the path they choose to get their performance and different design changes and stuff like that. I think these companies are in cahoots because this is a industry, in the industry. And both of these companies want what's best for the industry. And when you're two companies and you want what's best for your industry, knowing that you're one of the top dogs at the height of that industry that keeps it going and keeps it moving, of course you're talking to each other on how to move the industry forward. It's no different than the cloud shit with Sony signing a deal with Azure, with Microsoft for Azure on their cloud initiative, and how it stated that they both will work together to move cloud gaming forward. And I just think that's them too. Say, look, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We got these other companies, i.e. Google, Amazon, and maybe some others that's coming in, that's coming to poach some of our players. They coming to poach some of our money too. So we're going to have to work together on this cloud thing. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. We're going to work together. We're going to work together and create some of the best cloud technology for each other, so we can head off these other big heads that's trying to come in with blank checkbooks and fuck up our shit. They trying to come in and eat our money. They trying to eat our food. They trying to eat off our plate. And we are stronger together than we are apart. Business-wise. I ain't talking about no fanboy shit. I'm talking about company business shit. Business moves. Okay, shout out to Big Stout with the $3. Thank you, brother. It only takes a little to gain a lot, as I say. Damn, bro, you could have told me you was streaming. Damn, I've been saying I was gonna stream and stuff for the last couple of days, and I ain't had a chance to. So I just wanted to jump on. My girl gone, my kids in there, they chilling and they quiet and stuff. So I wanted to take this time to knock this out real quick. But I think sometimes we got to throw that fanboy shit out the way. And plus, I wanted to take a break for record. I got to finish up another session after this. But that's cool. I just wanted to take a break. Sometimes the music in the ear be crazy. Yeah, and so, but we get so caught up in the fanboy shit and that them guys are friends. People who work at PlayStation works at Microsoft. People who work at Microsoft works at PlayStation. They have dinner together. And so when people on Twitter and stuff act surprised when they see somebody at Xbox and somebody Sony take a picture together, as if behind the scenes they not having dinner or lunch and talking about the direction that the whole industry should go as a whole and how they're leading the way with that direction. If you don't think that happens, then you're stupid. If you don't think the fact that they're both on the same architecture that's not a coincidence. Especially when you have third party coming in and saying, look, man, look, we all a team, we all a part of this industry, but this different architecture shit creating for two different, that's just too much on you. You two get it together, come up with one architecture, and we make games for that. And so you get both Microsoft and PlayStation under AMD. And when that happens, it's the ecosystem lines up right with PC. So now it's good. So now it's easy for developers, third-party developers, to make games across multiple systems, PC on down. Sharon, what architecture? Nintendo dipped off with Nvidia. Yeah, that's cool. But shit, they might come around next generation or whatever they next is. We don't know. Yeah, man, the console they are. They are. They are. Oh, let me see something. You know what I'm saying? Let me check that.
I'm hungry. We didn't eat.
You ate a sandwich.
What else?
Get out of here. Okay, oh man. Man, shout out to the Ruhan with the $20 holla. $20 holla. Fuck is this all about? I appreciate that, brother. That is all love, man. All love, man. I really appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
I really shout. He sent it to my cash app. That's why it didn't pop up here, man. I appreciate every little thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to really check in with you guys because I just sat back and just been watching everything that's going on, and it's crazy. I'm still excited for Xbox though, but this one little thing, man, they tweaked today. Shout out to Big Stout with the $3. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yep. And he say, I better get to hear that song first. Fuck all that. I will send you the song. I will send you a copy of the song, man. Look, man, Big Stout, bro, it's like Big Brother, man. When I'm recording music, doing the song, I got to send it to him first before anybody can get to it. He be able to. Hey, you did a song. Why it ain't in my inbox? You know you supposed to send that to me, right? So I'm gonna send him a copy of it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm still excited for the Xbox ecosystem, and I don't think that it tainted the relationship with the community. I know somebody said on that this is going to take the relationship with the community for a long time, and it's going to take you a long time to rebuild it. Bruh, they just announced they was doing it. So how that relationship is going to be broke for years and years to come, and with less than 24 hours, they reverse the role, and you sitting up here talking about, it's going to take you a long time, Microsoft, to rebuild the relationship. Wasn't even cut off that long. It wasn't even cut off. It was a disagreement. Company versus customers. A disagreement. The customers won. These dudes be tweaking. Shout out to Rain with the $6.84. Xbox is dog shit. God bless. Let me tell y'all about this sucker right here. Yeah, you're a sucker. I thank you for the donation though. You're a donating sucker. You're a gracious sucker. I appreciate your man. Hey, look, let me tell you about this cat right here, right? Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, it was just a disagreement between customer and company. Customers voice their opinion. They won. This dude Rain right here, right? Used to be an X-bot, right? I mean, it's tweets out there. It's screenshots. I'm talking about this bruh is talking bad crap about PlayStation. He crapping on every game from Uncharted to God of War. He crapping on all of it, right? This boy had a PlayStation for about 3 or 4 months. And now he think he been on the PlayStation side for 12 years. You're not a pony, brother. You're not a pony. You haven't even been in the PlayStation Nation ecosystem that long to be even considered a pony, brother. You're not. You're not. You can't just say I'm a bot that's been shitting on every PlayStation game and every decision PlayStation made, and then go buy a PlayStation and say I'm a pony now. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, brother. You got some time to go. I do appreciate the $6.84. That's a piece of puff in Chicago. That's 2 pieces of puff and some fries in Chicago, player. Yeah, hey, SSWG. This dude had a PlayStation for like 3 months and think he a pony. He be talking about Xbox like he been a pony for 12, 10 years. Bro, if that's the case, what? I played PlayStation before the Xbox. I even knew Xbox existed. I've been a pony longer than you, Ray. I've been a pony longer than you. Now what? Yeah, he's a Teddy rockin' roll. He said crap gamer did it. Oh man, yeah. You know what? Look. All them Xbox dudes who trying to convert to PlayStation, all of a sudden for views or anything, let them. I'm staying the ship. Has it been a rocky ship? Yes. Has always gone as planned? No. Did you like things that happened in the past? No. Do you like what things are going? Yes. Are you going to give them an opportunity and a chance to put themselves in their community in a better position in terms of content and how we access that content? Of course. Nobody's perfect. Sony or Microsoft. Sony fucked up in the PS3 generation. They recovered towards the end of the PS3 generation. A lot of the PS3 games that was in development moved over to the PS4. And those games had already been in development for a long time on the PS3. So by the time the PS4 came around, they was ready to hit. At one time, an article read that Sony lineup is sparse, but that's a good thing. I will never forget that. When the media said Sony lineup is sparse, but that's a good thing. That couldn't have happened with Microsoft. Microsoft fucked up in the Xbox One generation. You allowed them to rectify the situation. If at some point they don't get it right, or they don't get it right in a timely fashion that you may see fit, then it's your choice to go to whatever system you want to get whatever needs that you want. I'm good. Big Stout with the 3-piece. That's a 3-piece wing, Harold's, mild sauce and sauce, salt and pepper on the fries, and a can pop for $3. Fuck is you talking about? I'm talking into the mic, my bad. Shout out to Big Stout. C-Post just admitted he's Team Sony. He's on PS1 and PS. Yeah, we used to play heavily on the PS1 and PS2 back in the day. Especially Madden. Those are my days that I was smoking. So, you get your weed, you get your what we was doing, White Owls at the time. We was smoking blunts and White Owls at the time. And you get that, and you go in the crib and you play Madden for 15, 16, 18 hours of the day. By the time you come out the crib, it went from daylight to dark, or damn to the next day. You don't even know it. You're in a room for the cloud smoking PS1 and PS2 controllers. Those was my young days. It was cool. I had no responsibility really. I was still living with my grandmother and stuff like that. I didn't have no responsibility in terms of paying bills and stuff like that. I just got me a job. Man, I had brought my first car with my paycheck and stuff like that. I was living it up. So it was just weed, chicks, and gaming. That's how it was back then. Weed, chicks, and gaming outside. And we didn't have the internet back then, so you had to go over somebody's crib. You went over your favorite homie crib. They always had all the games. Everybody back in the day always had that one homie that had every game. That moms brought him every game. Every hot game that came out, that dude had. Every game. Every game. So we had that one homie, My cousin Gay, he was the one in the family that got every system in every game. And also, my cousin Pug, he got everything. He had every system you can name, every game you can name. You know, so you'll go over there, 10, 12, for your 20 hours, gone. Like, you over there at 12 in the afternoon, you leaving about that joint at 12 midnight. That's how long you been. But that's how long we used to hike back in the day. We had no internet, so we had to go over people's houses. And so it was real competitive back then because you weren't talking to nobody over voice over IP. You was talking shit in the room with a person that was sitting next to you. Oh, it was fights. Niggas boxing. Beat your motherfucking ass. You in a motherfucking face like this, like, I'm beating your motherfucking ass, boy. It's you down 20 to nothing, boy. What you gonna do? Nigga damn near slap your face off. Nigga, you spitting in a nigga face. Say something in my face again. Get up. Bro, it used to go down back then. Oh yeah. Volume 7. Damn, URL. Thank you, Stout. Thank you, Stout. Really appreciate that. But I'm gonna end this live stream, man. It's over an hour. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to give y'all my perspective on everything that's going on with Game Pass and Xbox Live and the decisions that they're made. Keep holding these companies accountable. It's cool to be a part of an ecosystem, love an ecosystem, and things like that. But don't become blinded by that. I might play that role but look, if I don't like something, I'm gonna speak up on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? AP dog shit. AP trash. I beat that nigga in Madden 50-2, and he still ain't got over it. And he can't defend himself because it's my show, and he can't talk. And anything he put in the chat is a lie. Yeah, Night Star, those was the days, bro. Those were the days, bro. It got heated, but it was fun. Back then, you had to really have thick skin. And I think that's the difference between us than some of these kids now. They get sensitive over things that's said over the internet. Back then, you in the room with about 9, 10 people. Y'all all playing the game. Everybody, you sharing the controller. Everybody talking shit. If you didn't have thick skin to be in that type of environment, bruh. But look, I love y'all. Salute, man. Like I always say, whether you agree with me or not, the whole point is to enjoy the conversation, and I hope that you took something from the conversation, okay? But tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to try to drop y'all another one tomorrow, man. I go back to work Monday, so I'm going to drop y'all another one tomorrow. Thanks for everybody that donated and gave me all the good faith in terms of keep doing what I'm doing and keep being shows. I'm gonna try to get a lot more consistent with these joints. I just been having a little personal issues going on in my life that's kind of keeping me away